Hey hockey fans, welcome back. Today we're diving into one of the more intriguing stories from the 2024 NHL Draft. The unexpected fall of defenseman Zeev Buium to the 12th overall pick. If you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our hockey content. Now let's get into Zeev Buium. Let's start with his road to the NHL Draft. Born in San Diego, California to Israeli parents, Buium's hockey journey began when his older brother Shai fell in love with the sport. Despite their mother's initial reluctance, reportedly saying, "Over my dead body," when Shai first wanted to play, the Buium brothers found their way onto the ice. Zeev's talent was evident from an early age as he honed his skills playing youth hockey in California before making the bold move to attend the prestigious Shattuck St. Mary's School in Minnesota at just 13 years old. This powerhouse program has produced numerous NHL stars, and it was here that Buium began to turn heads. From Shattuck, Buium took the next step in his development by joining the USA Hockey National Team Development Program. Over 2 seasons with the NTDP, Buium's offensive skills from the blue line began to shine. In his final year with the U18 team, he led all defensemen with an impressive 40 points in 63 games. But it was Buium's freshman season at the University of Denver that truly put him on the map as an elite prospect. Despite being the second youngest player in all of NCAA Division I hockey, Buium put up staggering numbers. He recorded 50 points in just 41 games, becoming the first Denver freshman in 40 years to hit the 50-point mark. His exceptional play earned him numerous accolades, including NCHC Rookie of the Year and Offensive Defenseman of the Year. Now, given Buium's stellar freshman campaign and his projections as a potential top 5 pick, it came as a shock to many when he began to slip in the draft. Teams passed on the dynamic defenseman, leaving fans and analysts scratching their heads. The Philadelphia Flyers, picking at number 12, seemed like a perfect landing spot for Buium. But in a move that's still being debated, the Flyers traded down 1 spot to 13, allowing the Minnesota Wild to swoop in and select Buium. So why did the Flyers pass on Buium? Philadelphia's decision to pass on Buium has been a hot topic of discussion since the draft. Flyers GM Daniel Briere attempted to explain the move, citing the team's existing defensive prospects, saying, "When you look at our defense, you have it right. I think Zeev Buium is going to be a great player, and he's someone we considered strongly. But with Cam York, Jamie Drysdale, Emile Andre, at some point, it gets tough to go with the smaller guy. But he's a fantastic player." This explanation has left many scratching their heads. While it's true that Buium isn't the biggest defenseman at 6 feet and 185 pounds, he's certainly not undersized for the modern NHL. Moreover, the Flyers chose to draft forward Jet Lushenko instead, who at 5'11" is actually shorter than Buium. Some have speculated that there may be other factors at play. One theory involves Buium's representation. He's represented by the same agency that handled Cutter Gauthier, a recent Flyers draft pick who forced his way out of Philadelphia before even playing a game. While unconfirmed, it's possible this recent history played a role in the Flyers' decision-making process. To understand why Buium's fall to number 12 was so surprising, we need to look at why he was so highly regarded in the first place. Buium's freshman season at Denver was nothing short of historic. His 50 points were the most by a freshman defenseman in the NCAA in over 30 years. He showed an elite combination of skating, vision, and offensive instincts that had many comparing him to recent Norris Trophy winners, like Cale Makar and Quinn Hughes. What's particularly impressive about Buium is his rapid development curve. In just 1 year of college hockey, he went from a solid prospect to a dominant force. This kind of trajectory is exactly what NHL teams look for in a potential star. By the way, if you're enjoying this breakdown of Zeev Buium's rise to prominence, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth hockey analysis. While other teams may be kicking themselves, the Minnesota Wild couldn't be happier with how the draft unfolded. Wild Director of Player Development Brad Bombardier did not mince words when discussing Buium. He said, "When you draft kids, you certainly want them to play to their strengths and play to their gifts because that's the type of player you want them to be. That's what gives them confidence and what allows them to get better and develop. He can create offense from little small areas that sometimes for other players plays die. He keeps plays alive and drives play that way. He had a heck of a year. For a freshman at that age to do that in college hockey is pretty impressive." The Wild recognized Buium's potential to be a franchise-altering defenseman and didn't hesitate to trade up 1 spot to secure him. This move could pay dividends for years to come. And Minnesota's selection of Buium looks even better when you consider their existing prospect pool. The Wild already have an emerging star defenseman in Brock Faber, who made an immediate impact as a rookie this past season. The thought of pairing Faber with Buium on the blue line for the next decade plus has Wild fans salivating. What's particularly intriguing about Buium is his familiarity with the Wild's home arena, the Xcel Energy Center. In his freshman year at Denver, Buium won both the NCHC Conference Tournament and the NCAA National Championship in that building. As Buium himself noted, 2 championships in 4 games feels pretty good. This early success in Minnesota bodes well for Buium's future with the Wild. He's already comfortable in the arena and has positive associations with it, which could help ease his transition to the NHL level. So what can Wild fans expect from Zeev Buium as he transitions to the pro game? Well, based on his college performance and skill set, the sky truly is the limit. Buium's offensive numbers as a freshman were comparable to those of Cale Makar and Quinn Hughes in their Draft Plus One seasons. Both of those players have gone on to become Norris Trophy winners and among the best defensemen in the NHL. While it's always a bit risky to project that a prospect will reach those heights, Buium certainly has the tools to be a top-pairing defenseman and power play quarterback at the NHL level. His vision, skating, and ability to create offense from the blue line are all elite traits that should translate well to the pro game. The big question now is when Buium will make the jump to the NHL. He has the option to return to Denver for his sophomore season, which seems likely given his comments after the draft. He said, "I still have to have a conversation with him, most likely going back to Denver trying to defend our title, hopefully playing the World Juniors for Team USA again, trying to defend that title as well. For me, that's a great challenge. I'd love to even develop more, get my body bigger, and feel better. And, hopefully we'll see where I am after that." This patient approach could be beneficial for both Buium and the Wild. Another year of college hockey would allow Buium to continue developing physically and mentally, potentially setting him up for an even smoother transition to the NHL in the 2025 to 2026 season. Zeev Buium's fall to the 12th overall pick in the 2024 NHL Draft will likely be a discussion for years to come. While teams like the Philadelphia Flyers may end up regretting their decision to pass on him, the Minnesota Wild couldn't be happier with their draft day steal. Buium's unique background, stellar college performance, and tantalizing skill set make him one of the most intriguing defensive prospects to enter the NHL in years. If he can translate his game to the pro level as seamlessly as he did to the college level, the Wild may have just drafted a future Norris Trophy winner. So as we watch Buium's career unfold, it'll be fascinating to see how he develops and whether he can live up to the lofty comparisons being made. One thing's for certain, though. Hockey fans everywhere will be keeping a close eye on this dynamic young defenseman. That wraps up our breakdown of Zeev Buium's unexpected draft day slide. If you liked this video, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth hockey analysis. And let us know in the comments whether you think Buium will live up to the hype. And if you like this video, you're going to love our video on Consta Hellenius, Finland's gift to Buffalo, or the draft day disaster that made one team rich, our story about Cole Iserman. Check those out right now, and we'll see you in the next one.